5 minutes after 9 o'clock. God, nice morning. Look at that. The weatherman knew the fog would be gone by 9 o'clock. How did he know that? In the studio is Jim George. We call him Professor Gadget because he is the guy to go to when we have questions about gadgets. I got a new gadget in front of me. Look at this beautiful blue keyboard that has no wire on it, wireless keyboard. Isn't that nice?
Semi-transparent.
It's semi-transparent.
Yeah.
You asked me if it lights up at night. I don't know.
Well, you'll find out tonight at the football game.
Oh, that's right. No, I'll have the lights on here, though.
Yeah.
But I can turn them off just to try it out.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Good morning, Jim. How
Good
are
morning.
you?
Good morning. Fine, thank you.
Gosh, there was a Tesla story this morning about this car. They keep improving and improving on these self-driving cars. I know it's kind of not what you talk about normally, but
They can have all the self-driving cars they want. I keep my hands on the wheel.
did you hear about this? The smart parking lot technology?
Yeah,
though?
yeah.
I wonder how that's going to work. I mean, it'll have to. The only way it can work is if everybody has one. Have you been to Disney lately? By the way,
No.
See, I think Tom Schmitz is the one who told me that they have a way to know in advance if there's a space, rather than going down the whole aisle and looking for one. Mm-hmm. There's a light on at the beginning or over each spot or something like that.
So you can see it with the human eye.
Yeah, with the
Light.
human eye.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not the car
idea.
technology.
Well, that's a fairly easy thing to do, but it does require something below the asphalt, like a metal detector of some sort.
Something that knows you're there.
Yeah, something knows that spot is not occupied. Now, they could not have to do that, just put little wireless sensors in front of each parking spot. You know how you go into a men's toilet or even a women's toilet, and it senses when you get up off the toilet and it flushes
Yep.
automatically?
Uh-huh.
Well, there could be one of those, too, and it senses that spot's empty. And then
true.
it lights up.
That's true.
Yeah. Could be that.
But you know what it can sense? It can sense that somebody forgot to flush.
Oh, boy.
No.
You go in there, you see the toilet paper, and you say, how did that happen? How is it possible that didn't get flushed?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right?
Or the other.
Hey, there was a technology thing. I don't know if this is something you can answer or not, but there's a new phone out it's by Google. It's the Pixel phone. They're advertising it on the internet, and my question, it looks like it does. First of all, it stores an unlimited number of anything, and I guess that because it's not really on the phone, right?
Correct. It's in the cloud.
Okay, somewhere else. Can you get a phone like that? And could we use it with our track phone plan? Does the phone have to be from the plan?
Tell me about your track phone plan. Do you have texting? I assume yes.
Yes.
But do you have internet?
Yes.
You do. Then the
Uh-huh.
answer is yes. As long as you have
Really?
internet, you could attach to any one of the outside existing already cloud services that let you store things.
So
You can store all your contacts in the cloud.
Do you know why I like track phone? It's like $20.
Yep.
And it gives me how many minutes? Like 100, like three hours.
180. Gives you
Yeah.
180 minutes.
Yeah, 3 hours.
Yeah.
And that's
20
good
bucks.
enough for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I very often go over 4,000 minutes each month. All the time.
You must
So,
talk a lot.
Wow.
My phone literally never stops. I mean, literally never stops.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, so the track phone would not be a good plan
No,
for
not
you
for
then.
me. But storing in the cloud is always useful because I don't want to store a ton of contacts.
Right.
And if you have it in the cloud, you could do it verbally, and you could say, Larry email or Larry phone number. And it'll pull it right up.
Yeah, we had a topic this morning. We did get to it with Galen, and it was going to be things that kids today wouldn't understand. Like, for example, you know the big dictionaries with the thumb, the cutout part for your thumb, so you can go straight to A or straight to J or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, they don't have. I guess they're not.
No.
I don't know if they print them anymore or not, but you don't use them. Nobody uses them. They go right to their Google.
Is there a name for that little dimple?
I don't know. I don't know where it's coming. Let me see if I have it.
Put
Let's
your
see.
thumb on the...
Well, they probably still have it though, because when you're a child,
thumb index.
you
They
have
call it a
to
thumb index.
learn how to operate, how to navigate through a book as well. And if you go to the library or use a dictionary at school, they probably still have them.
Well, I heard your message on the younger child can now maybe look at a computer screen and do Skyping.
Right.
My oldest daughter, when she had her son, it's her first child, she from literally day one would talk to us on her cell phone with him present
Oh, nice.
in a Skype format.
Didn't you love that though?
Oh,
And as he got older and older, Of course, he would want to reach out and touch the cell phone, and what would happen then is he would disconnect us, and then she'd have to get back online again. But then they got him an iPad of his own, and they have all kind of educational games on there. And he literally will do that like an hour a day. She limits him, but he sits down, and so he knows how to turn it on. He knows how to surf the internet, and he has just turned 2 in July.
Oh my gosh!
In July,
wow!
And this is the world he's growing up in.
And his vocabulary is unbelievable. When he talks to us, he'll use huge words.
Yeah,
that's wonderful.
I think we should embrace the technology. That's what I think.
So he's going to really excel with other children who, at 2 years old, are basically, watching Mickey Mouse on TV or something.
You know what's going to be interesting? It's going to be interesting. Okay, I know self-driving technology is a sore subject with you, but in his life, by the time he gets to be 16 or 17, when most of us are anxious to be driving a car,
yes,
he might already be driving, because maybe the whole idea is that, well, you don't have to have a license. Somebody else has the license, right? And you just have a car. And maybe it's not even yours. Maybe they're just out there. You just get in one.
Yeah, Dad doesn't have to take me anywhere anymore. I just get in a driverless car all by myself.
Maybe it's all Uber. Hold on, the phone is ringing. Let's take a couple of phone calls. Good morning. You're on the air with Jim George.
Yeah. So, what do you think of that 1961 analog recording technique from the CD I gave you to listen to?
That's it.
Oh, what did I think of the technique? I don't know that I noticed the technique. I mean, it sounded good. It sounded real good.
Yeah.
And I know that. I mean, gosh, music's... I was listening to yesterday at the doctor's office. I was listening to music, and it was really good.
Yeah, except when the shark bites.
Yeah. So I really, honestly, couldn't tell you, Jim.
Yeah. The interesting thing was that that was the first time that the drummer had been, either of those drummers had been put in a baffle. And the one guy, if you listen to the rim shots, he was really knocking heck out of him.
See, I'll have to go back and listen to it.
He was isolated from the rest of the band. He wanted to be heard.
Every session Robert and I have ever done, the drummer has always been isolated. We've never had... I guess that's something they decided to do years ago. But
Yeah.
They get carried away.
Yeah.
It is cool.
Have a good morning.
I love recording studios. Thank you, Jim. Yeah, and thank you for letting me listen to that. It's really good, but I don't know.
Well, Matt Gibbs, the guy from our auto mechanic, he plays drums, and he plays a real drum kit for his church and just for him. And then he told us last week that he bought a pair of electronic drums, and he was playing on them, and he said they are fabulous.
Wow.
I mean, he's you got to have the talent to do it. You just don't push a button. But he said it was a little bit to get used to, but then as soon as he did, he was rocking out with them.
And that's something. Yeah, I'm not up much on musical instruments. Not my forte.
But you know what they must have, Jim? Because I could add something about the concert I went to with Alex, the drummer there, when he would hit certain times, like all the lights came on. And I said to Alex, is that choreographed, or does his drum actually do that? And he didn't know the answer. So, but I'm thinking that in addition to people off stage who know how to tune guitars and all the old normal stuff, there's got to be somebody off stage who's a tech specialist. There's got to be a computer wizard on the other side of that.
There usually is.
Backstage somewhere.
Yep.
Well, it was wonderful.
All choreographed.
Yesterday, somebody called up and asked for your number, and he was having a problem with his computer. So right away, he asked for you.
Yeah, I spoke to him, and I called one of my computer guys who happens to be vacationing in Bahamas.
Oh.
So I said, well, I can't speak to him. So then I called the other gentleman and left him a voicemail. He is luckily in Ocala, and I said, would you please call this gentleman back? He has a computer problem, and that's the message I left. I said, call me back if you cannot do it, so I can get another person to do it. And he didn't call me back, so I'm going to assume they connected yesterday and everything is fine.
Well, that's really wonderful,
Jim.
Jim.
You know what I'm curious about? Are we in America ahead of the other countries, or are we behind them when it comes to technology and the internet? Like if we went over to Europe, would we say, oh my gosh, it's so slow, or would we say, oh my gosh, it's so fast?
No, the internet connectivity, we're probably number 40 on the list.
40?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, certain
That's
countries
slow.
in Europe have had 1 gig to the home for years. And we're just now, maybe in the last couple of years, touting that we can give 1 gig to the home. Now, it doesn't do any good to have 1 gig to the home if you have a computer that only does 10 meg or 20 meg. It's speed. In other words, that's as fast as it can assimilate information.
Really? You know what I don't understand? Okay, I have something to tell you that I just remembered. In New York, there's have you ever heard of the Chelsea Market by chance on the Lower West Side?
I've heard the name, yes.
Well, there's not a Google store, a YouTube store there. And in the YouTube store, you can use their professional cameras, you can make little videos, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And one of the things is, if you're uploading a video in your home, if you have a fast internet, it could take a half hour, and there it'll take 2 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So
Wow.
they've got something there that is, I kind of wish it was everywhere.
Well, it's probably going straight to their edge server, and then their edge server, see, it's on the edge of YouTube, is going straight to YouTube. You're having to use the World Wide Web to get to their servers.
Okay.
Their edge server is caching it, C-A-C-H. It's caching it right then and there.
And we do have a phone call. Good morning. You're on the air with Jim.
Hey, good morning, Larry, Robin, and Jim.
Good morning.
I just wanted to find out when, let's say, the computer is running slow, what I have to do to solve that.
Could you repeat the question, Larry, to me?
It sounded like he said when the computer is running slow,
Oh, yes.
what can he do to solve that problem?
Yeah, you usually have to just clean it up, Doug. And by cleaning it up, I mean you use an antivirus, you use an anti-malware, and it takes about 30 minutes, and it puts the computer pretty close to back to normal. If you have a bunch of viruses and a bunch of malware, it can take hours. My wife is on the line all the time. When she does it, it takes like 5 hours to clean up her computer.
Really?
Wow.
Wow.
But when she's done cleaning it up, it's back to its original.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Doug. All right. We will take a little break, and we'll be right back. If you have a question for Jim, the number is 622-WOCA, 352-622-9622. We'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. Partly sunny, beautiful today, a high of 84 to 88, and clear tonight, lows 55 to 63. Not as warm with lower humidity tomorrow. Plenty of sunshine and a high of 76 to 79. Sunny and comfortable Sunday, temperatures once again in the upper 70s. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Maggie Johnson.
Hi, I'm Seth with AA Lock, Dock, and Security. Have you ever thought about the locks or security on your house or business? Have you ever wondered why the keys to your new car cost so much? Well, at AA Lock, Dock, and Security, we can help with securing your valuables. We can even replace those expensive transponder keys. We can give you the knowledge that no one else will. Call AA Lock, Dock, and Security at 867-1965. That's 867-1965.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Are you an animal lover concerned about the black bear issue? Forest Animal Rescue is finishing construction of an 80-acre sanctuary here in Marion County dedicated to helping sick, injured, or abandoned bear cubs be returned to safe habitats in the wild, and you can be a vital part of this effort. Your contribution to Forest Animal Rescue will help complete the new on-site clinic. To learn more or volunteer, call 352-625-7377 or visit forestanimalrescue.org. Will you help?
Some would say that this country is in the toilet. Some would even go so far as to say the economy is going down the drain. But we say, if water runs through it, we do it.
Hi, I'm Sean Scott, owner of Mike Scott Plumbing, and I approve this message.
Veterans are the foundation upon which our freedom is built. Listen to The Source, WOCA, each Thursday at 9 a.m. to Veterans News with Hank Whittier from Vets Helping Vets. You'll hear tributes, information on veterans issues, and stories that will make you laugh, cry, and feel proud. Veterans News always focuses on the military, past and present, and on our first responders. Veterans News is brought to you each week by Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens and Nursery, keeping you blooming since 1952.
All right, 20 minutes after 9 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. Jim George is here. We're talking about technology. And, we were just talking off the air about photos and using our computers. Do you know, I think the one thing most people use their technology for is photos. It's got to be. Everybody takes photos or videos. Then we use it for internet stuff, Facebook and social media. And then we use it for phone calls and texting in that order. I think that's the least of what we use it for these days, right?
Mm-hmm. Except me. I use my phone for a phone.
Just for the phone?
Yeah, I get people who'll call me and say, I sent you an email and you didn't respond. I said, when did you do it? And they said, I sent it last week. And I said, well, I'm getting to it. But I mean, because I get 200 to 300 emails literally a day.
Yeah.
And I try to get to the ones quickly as I can, the ones that are technical problems that I have to solve, let's say. But other ones are just from people just asking questions or people I've never heard from before, first-timers. And it just takes a very long time. Now, in my defense, before Monday comes, they're all answered. They're all watched. They're all listened.
Well, there you go.
In a poo-poo of my wife, she has about 6,000 emails she's never opened.
Man.
Never, and you know what I tell her? Hit all.
Get rid of all.
Delete.
Yeah, I did that too.
Hit all and hit delete. Yeah, but what if? I said, there's no what ifs. If no one's called you on these yet.
I think the same thing.
Hit all.
Yeah, what if it's Ed McMahon?
Well, then you got it.
He's dead, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. He might make a visit.
Good morning. You're on the air.
Yeah, good morning, guys.
Hey.
Say, being Fire Protection Month, October, what I do every year is I change the batteries in all my smoke detectors. I've got about, I think, 4 or 5, I think it is.
Right.
And then check the little button to make sure it's working. And that I had heard recently that if the detectors are getting around 8 to 10 years old, that even though the test thing will work, it might not work in an actual fire. What is your take on that? Are those getting too old? Should they be replaced?
Sure. I would replace them every 4 years, literally. 5 at the outside. The reason is that little eye, for lack of a better term to call it, that senses smoke or senses ions and such, it gets house dust in it. Have you ever seen your fan blades that are on your paddle fans? Or even how often do you change your house filter for your air conditioner? Just imagine how much dust is on that collector. So yes, we actually go into businesses that have smoke detectors up, and we'll ask them, and they'll say, well, we change the battery twice a year, and it seems to be okay. And I have a thing called canned smoke. You can get it at Radio Shack. It's just smoke. And now, if you know somebody who does smoke, but they use one of those non-cigarette ones, have them just take a puff and blow it at it, and chances are it will not go off.
Yeah, I've got an uncle that likes cigars, so I'm going to have him come over and check my alarms out.
Yep.
There you go.
Years ago, we always heard that these detectors had radioactive material that detects smoke. Are they still making them that way?
When you say radioactive, it is an isotope type detector, but it's so minute. It's just not powering it's not like a nuclear sub, it's not powering the smoke detector. It's just there to act like a catalyst. So, yes, it's very minute, and that's why they tell you anything electronic, do not throw in the garbage can. Do not throw them away. There's several recycling places. There's one called, I think, RAE on 441, just heading south. And it recycle all electronics. That's right, RAE. And they give you nothing for it. You just put it in their bins and they take it. There's another one on Baseline Road on the east side of the road right across from the dump. And they pay you for any used electronics. because they'll strip out the copper wire out of a fan, they'll strip out the little gold circuitry and that type of thing, and they pay you. Now, it's very little, but if you're dumping a lot of stuff, it's well worth it.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
You know, a simple gadget that you gave me is the flashlight. And I wanted to tell you something about this. The other day, we dropped Doug off. He had purchased a bunch of groceries, and Robin got out of the car to help him, and it was dark, and he couldn't find the keyhole. I took that little flashlight out, and I from the car, now how, 40 feet away maybe?
Yeah.
And boy, it lit it up.
That's right.
I mean, that
It
little
was great.
tiny
Look,
flashlight.
it was good.
It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
What is that? What do you call that kind of light?
LED.
LED.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Everybody got to get one of these lights.
Yeah, Larry loves that flashlight.
Yeah, is that the real flat one? Or is that the round one?
No, it's a round one.
Round one, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Very
it has
nice.
two things: the one on the side,
Yep.
and then you click it again, and it's got the pointy.
Oh,
one.
yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Those
a really
are
nice
nice.
one.
It's really
Larry loves that one.
unbelievable how bright it is and how far away it was still bright.
Yeah, I'm going to a service call this afternoon in Lady Lake at a nursing home called the Springs, and they have a bad nurses call system, and we've isolated it to
We
one.
get to call the bad nurses? Oh, I'm going there.
Sign him up.
Can I have one of the bad nurses, please?
He's taking an early lunch.
Yes.
So I'm going there to fix their nurse, and I use that flashlight. I actually put it on my shirt, and then as I'm crawling through the attic or whatever I'm doing, it's shining way ahead.
Oh, yeah.
And it does shine.
Yeah, that's a really good flashlight.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
LEDs are a miracle.
And they're pretty affordable and they last a long time, right?
Very affordable.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, mine was affordable. You gave it to me.
Yeah.
I just bought one the other day for $10, which I probably shouldn't have, but it's a gadgetry. But it's just about the size of a normal pen, but there's no pen to it. It's just a flashlight. And when you hit it, it'll shine a beam like half a mile away. I mean, it's just that bright, a narrow beam. And if I twist the bezel on the front, then I can open up the beam a little brighter.
Oh, I see.
Or a little lower, But I keep it very narrow when I want to look in something and I can't tell if it's got a good connection or something. Whoa, is it bright? $10.
Yeah, don't. Yeah, we talk about all these high tech things, but the flashlight is basically a low tech thing.
Yep.
If you don't have one, you got to get one because
It lasts for hours.
I mean, the old flashlights did not last for hours. You would have them. We had one at the radio station in the other office in the Cascades, and it hung there. We tested. I remember I was the one to put the batteries and everything in it. We hung there so that when the lights went out, we would have something. When the lights finally went out, everything was dead.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't. The technology wasn't even for something as simple as a flashlight wasn't that great.
No, the new technology.
I enjoy the one you gave me because it fits in my purse real nice.
Yes.
And I love that because I can find my keys. I can use that when I take the dog for a walk. Everything. It's such a nice gadget. Thank you so
And
much.
if you get a policeman's flashlight, it's a club also. Doubles as a club.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but it's kind of bulky to carry on your keychain.
It is big, yes. It's big, yes. Do you ever see the way a policeman, like when he comes to your car and he looks at your license, he holds the flashlight with his elbow up in the air? Did you ever know why they do that? Because if they do need to use it as a club, they're ready. They can go to...
Well, that makes
If he's
sense.
holding it like this, what are you going to stab somebody with it?
Yeah,
And the listeners
exactly.
can't see what I'm doing, but
Yeah.
just try to imagine.
I never gave that much thought.
Will you have one of those on your TV channels? One of the Gadget channel or something like that?
I
for
never thought
household
about
That's what you should
things?
do, a Professor Gadget
Yeah.
segment.
I never thought about that. I know the other day QVC was having sale on computers, and my wife has a laptop that's not working very well, and I called her to the TV and I was just cruising. I wasn't really watching QVC as such, but the deal was unbelievable. So the older technology with the non-Mac type, they have an i3 processor, which is old, and then they have an i5 processor, which is the fairly new and fast one. And then they have i7, and that's like the most latest and greatest.
Wow.
And then you have the AMD processor, which is basically a smaller chip, and then you have the Intel. Anyway, make a long story short, it was an i7 with the latest Intel chip, 4-core, a professional one for $350.
That's the bottom
Wow.
line. 350.
2 gig hard, 2 terabyte hard drive.
Doug, are you
Wow.
listening? You need to buy a new
Nice.
computer. That's the answer to your problems right there.
$350.
Thank you, Jim. We will be right back. This is WOCA The Source.
Fox Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton breaking bread and trading barbs at a Catholic charity dinner last night in New York.
Hillary's belief that it takes a village, which only makes sense, after all, in places like Haiti, where she's taken a number of them.
Trump getting booed by the crowd when his jokes turned harsh. Hillary saying,
Donald wanted me drug tested before last night's debate. And look, I got to tell you, I am so flattered that Donald thought I used some sort of performance enhancer.
The Alfred E. Smith dinner raises money for underprivileged children, and the U.S. has its first new nuclear power plant of the century, with reports that the Tennessee Valley Authority official declared a reactor in Spring City, Tennessee, operational after more than 9 years and $4.7 billion in expenses. Fox News, we report, you decide.
If you've heard of WeatherTech floor liners, you probably know that for your vehicle's floor, nothing protects better. But what about protection for the rest of your car or truck? I'm David McNeil, founder of WeatherTech. Besides our floor liners, we design, engineer, and manufacture a wide range of automotive accessories right here in America. And just like our floor liners, everything is done to the highest standards possible. We understand what kind of investment owning a vehicle can be, so we do everything possible to help you protect it. We don't take shortcuts, and we never make concessions when it comes to quality. For everything from cargo liners to cleaning and detailing supplies to mud flaps and car covers, the one place you need to go is WeatherTech.com. So if you are familiar with our floor liners, just imagine how well the rest of our products will work for you. Learn more about our full line of automotive accessories at WeatherTech.com or call 1-800-CarMats. WeatherTech.com. Proudly made in America.
If you're hearing this message and wish to lose 50 pounds permanently, then write this phone number down. 352-633-0473. Dr. Juan Jordan's office in Lady Lake is offering the first 15 callers a free metabolism and body fat analysis with a comprehensive, in-depth fat-burning consultation. You have nothing to lose. Please call 352-633-0473.
Robin, how do you like my design?
You're designing a box?
That's not a box. It's a doghouse.
Rough draft for your rough? Sounds like you need personal service.
I do?
Yes, to print the blueprints. See Mark at the Personal Service Center. He can print blueprints, notarize permit applications, print and mail out invoices, and even provide great-looking business cards.
Personal Service Center. That's the one on the corner of Northeast 25th Avenue and 24th Street, right?
Just look for the yellow signs. Your pedigree palace will be a reality in no time.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
That was the sound of a tree falling. It could be your tree. You're going to have it trimmed, but never got around to calling Pride Tree Service. It could have fallen in a field, and now all you have to do is call Pride Tree Service, and they'll have it quickly out of the way for a great price. But don't wait until the tree falls. It may not fall in the field. It may hit your car, your house, or worse. So call Pride Tree Service today and avoid all those headaches before they happen. Pride Tree Service, 572-2510. That's 572-2510.
Whether you're just starting out in your career or ready to make a change, being a commercial pilot is within your reach. The FAA has predicted that in the next few years, the number of planes in the sky will double, and that means a lot more jobs in aviation. Ocala Aviation has teamed up with an accredited university, enabling you to get a college degree in aviation while training to be a commercial pilot. And with options like financial aid, grants, and scholarships, it's never been a better time to get your new career in aviation started today. For more information, call me at Ocala Aviation, 352-861-7484.
Just about 26 minutes before 10 o'clock. We do have a guest calling in, but I wanted to squeeze something in real quickly. We had a call just after Jim was on his way out, and the caller was asking for the location of the place where you can bring electronics instead of putting them in the normal trash, which, of course, is a bad idea. And so Jim gave us the two, and Robin, I think you probably took better notes than I did. And Jim's going to call in. He didn't know the phone number, but he's going to call in later on, so we can have that for you. But right now, we have two locations, and what were they again?
One is called RAE, and that's going on 441 South from Ocala toward Bellevue. And right before you get into Bellevue, Jim said RAE is right there. You would just drop off your electronics. They do not pay you for them, but you can do that. Then there is the second one. He said that's across the street from the main Marion County dump on Baseline Road, and they will pay you for your electronics that you drop off.
Okay. And when Jim gets back to us with the phone number, we'll be glad to repeat that over the phone. All right, we'll be right back.
You have that drip coming down from the corner of the room, but where did it start from?
Bone Dry Roofing can and will fix it right the first time using quality materials and will deal honestly and fairly with you, period. You can find Bone Dry Roofing on their website, bonedryroofingllc.com, and Facebook at Bone Dry Roofing LLC. Do it right before your roof needs a tarp to keep the elements out. Bone Dry Roofing stands behind their work to help make your home safe and secure. Plus, they have financing available. Remember, if you're not bone dry, then you're all wet.
A young woman contemplating having an abortion is told by society that whether she has her baby or not, it is her choice. The House of One in Faith in Ocala wants to give that young woman a place to live in comfort during her trying time, to help her know that God's love is abundant and that He is not ashamed of her in any way. The House of One in Faith is free and confidential. For more information, call 352-687-8895.
The City of Ocala Department of Recreation and Parks are proud to present the 33rd Annual Light Up Ocala on November 19th. The fun starts on the square in downtown Ocala from 4 to 9 p.m. There will be food vendors, 3 stages of entertainment, Whoville themed kids zone, the downtown holiday skating rink, crafts, the Junior Sunshine Christmas Parade around the downtown square, and then at about